Hey guys, got some machining content. This is not our Detonation Technology brand. This is some work that we're doing for another local company called Mean Gene Leather. We're making belt buckles for them. So we've been making them out of aluminum, and this is a brass run, doing a handful of them. So you can see we have the first op there getting worked on now. It's a 3/8 roughing tool, knocking away most of the material. And then down there on the right side is the last first op we did. Okay, now that we're going to come around and do, that's the top hat that's left over from the first op, roughing it away. We only have the one first and one second op, so we get one complete buckle per cycle. We could put another first and second op to get two per cycle, but the brass is a limited run, so it's just kind of not worth the effort. Finished cutting off the top hat. Now we're going to go ahead and rough out the inside. That's a coarse knuckle rougher. You can see there's the chips coming off are real fine and small, and you can see the lines left in the material from the knuckle. So it's good for getting rid of a lot of material fast, but it will need to get finished. Come in and do a tool change. This is a Brother S500 Speedio, and they are quick. One of the nice things about them is that you can throw in that tool break detection, and it adds like maybe a second on your cycle time. It's a 3/16. We're running around and finishing up the walls right now. And then we're going to clean up the floor. Again, that brake detection. You see those tool changes. It rapids up. An arm grabs it out, grabs the tool holder out, and then the other tools are all kind of pointed around that carousel, and they spin around, and the thing just slams down and grabs the next one. And it doesn't waste a lot of time on the tool change. It's something like 1.7 seconds chip to chip. So using a 3/8 to finish the wall and the top. Now we're going to finish the bottom. So the fourth axis indexed while we were doing that tool change. So we're back to the first op, and we're using a bullnose end mill to do some 3D surfacing toolpath to create a bevel, a curved bevel around the top. So we jump forward in time. I'm not going to watch the whole toolpath there. Everything's at 100% speed. It's not sped up or slowed down. That's what you see is how fast it's running. All right, so this is a little 3/32 end mill. We're doing a relief on top and going to cut some grooves. So the fork's just tilted over, so we have access to run those grooves kind of down along the wall, and then you can see the second op one end of it sitting over there. The work holding is a Pearson Rotovise. It works well for this sort of thing. The jaws we're looking at right now, those serrated jaws, are what comes on at standard, and then it lends itself to be putting soft jaws on it, which is what we're using on the second op, that are custom made for each part. Another tool change over to a 1/8. We're going to do some lightning cuts. This is the one thing that's different from the aluminum to the brass. We remove a little bit of extra material in here because for weight savings. A lot of these cuts are on the moderate side. We could actually go a fair bit heavier, but since we're only making a handful, it's not really worth pushing it. Easier just to go light and make sure everything comes out the way you want it. So flipped it over on end, we're cutting the belt inlet. You can see the air block is kind of in the upper left corner of the screen. We had to pull off the nozzle because the thing comes so close to the other part, and it would smack off of it. So the air blast is not as effective as it normally would be. You need to figure out a little better routing for that. Flip it over, and now this is the outlet side for the belt. Same, just bigger. So we ramped in. Now we're just going to do a finish pass. You can see with a finishing tool bit, the chips are kind of like longer and stringier. It's still very, very manageable. Brass cuts beautifully. This is a round over to cut a radius on the outside there. So this is back to the 3/16. Over to a mill drill to do some chamfering, do an edge break. And a brush. It's a nylon brush with some abrasive in it, and it just runs across and gets any little bit of burr that's left on there. And back to the first tool, and done. It's a finished buckle. We make that little button and the crossbar in-house as well. So Gene does some deep laser engraving that comes out really sharp, a lot of custom work. And there it is. Thanks for watching.